Hello friends, I just want to show you how to use the ASCVD plus calculator. So what it is it's called atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease calculator. So if you have a risk factor like diabetes or hypertension, or you have a smoking history, or you were told that you have high cholesterol, or you're on certain medications, you're worried about what's the likelihood that I may end up with a heart disease or heart attack or stroke or any other vascular disease. So that's the time this will come in handy. And this ASCVD plus calculator, it's an app. It's you can download it for free, and very informative. And I'm going to just reset this. Okay, so this is the way it looks when you see it, and you can plug in all the information here. Mainly what you need to have handy is your blood pressure and your cholesterol level, so you can you should be able to get everything else. For example, I'm going to just plug in this gentleman is like a lady, 50-year-old female, and I don't want to give a race, so if it is more white or African American, it's more specific, but if it is other race, it's little non-specific, but still you can go with that. And so you plug in your blood pressure. So I'm just picking some random numbers. A high blood pressure, and your cholesterol level is also a little on the higher side, and your good cholesterol HDL is low. The higher the better, and the LDL is a bad cholesterol, and so I pick a number which is high. The good number is below 70. So you do not have a history of diabetes, and we'll say that you never smoked in the past, and okay, all right, and so you do have hypertension, so which your blood pressure shows, or you were diagnosed. And it doesn't matter whether you're on therapy or not, whether you have a history, that matters. And statin is a medication which is commonly used for high cholesterol. There are different variety of medications available. This is one of the main group of medications used in diabetes. So I would say, used in high cholesterol. And I would say that this person is not taking any statin, and not on any aspirin therapy. And so if you look at the top top column, the dark blue section, it shows that your risk is low. That means the current 10-year atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease risk is low, 4.3%. So how do you know it's low or high? If you scroll down further, and here you see the information. If the number comes below 5%, it's low risk, and if it is between 5 and 7.4%, you're at borderline, and if it is between 7.5 to 19.9, you're at intermediate risk, and if it is 20 or more higher percentage, you're at high risk. So here, so if it is low risk, what do I do? So what's next? And then you just have to answer this next question. Do you want to refine current risk estimation using data from a previous visit? You say no. So you see that two different things light up, which is determine therapy impact, and the second one is view advice. So we'll go into see determine therapy impact. So if you see this column, I see 4 different things listed, and so it is the darker gray, start or add blood pressure medication. So you now just watch, the risk is 4.3, right, in the top, and now just press that. So if you're on blood pressure medication, your risk will come down to 3.1%. So that's what it's reducing your risk when you manage your blood pressure better. And let me give you some more example, just to play with this, just to make changes in the screen. For example, instead of female, just say when this person is a male, look at the risk, it's almost doubled. So being a male, I'm sorry guys, that's a little disadvantage here with the vascular risk. But if you're a female, if you have a history of diabetes, you lose that privilege. That also we ladies need to watch. And look at the risk. African American, the risk is 12.5, and if it is white, the risk is less. And here we'll go with just other, because we just want to generalize this. So we will see that this person has a normal blood pressure range. So this person is not a hypertensive, and but the cholesterol level, we'll just leave it as it is. And the risk, look at the risk now. The risk is 6.6%. I want to mention the other one, the lighter blue one on the bottom. Is a lifetime ASCVD risk. In your lifetime, you have 50% chances for you to end up with any kind of cardiovascular illness. So now look at the history of diabetes. And this person is not diabetic. For instance, we'll see this person is developing diabetes. Look at the risk. It's going almost, double. So diabetes also increases the risk. So with that, see, if the person is a smoker, see, it's like, oh my goodness, that throws our risk way high up. So if these are the case, what do we do? So again, go to the determine therapy impact. See, there is 3 different things are highlighted in darker gray, not the blood pressure, because the blood pressure is normal in this person. But mostly when you're a hypertensive or when you have diabetes, with the metabolic diseases, the blood pressure and cholesterol, diabetes, these are all will go hand in hand. Just for your information. And here, we'll just touch one by one. If I quit smoking, my risk is coming down from 23 to 17.3. And if I add some statin therapy or intensifying or, just trying to get the maximum dose of statin I can tolerate. So that means the percentage of risk is coming down. And you're adding some aspirin and your risk is low. So aspirin is a whole different things, whether you need aspirin or not. It just like that has risks and benefits with that, so I'm not going to go in detail. Probably we can just discuss it next time. And so this is the impact of the therapy, and I'm just going back to the main screen what we calculated. And here, if you see view advice, oh my gosh, I'm so thankful for this. See the treatment advice. So your LDL is high, so that's a bad cholesterol is high. What's the treatment advice? So if you touch that and it takes you at least moderate intensity statin is indicated. So, if you're not a healthcare professional, you probably don't know the difference between what is, low intensity, moderate, or high intensity statin. So when you have the risk, you feel free to discuss with your primary care provider or with your physician, any physician, about the risk. So get started on some statin. Statin is, as I said, though there are many varieties of medications available for cholesterol control, statin is one of the main thing. And people have some myths about statin. I won't call it a myth, but about the myalgias, the muscle aches and pains. So it is true. Some patients cannot tolerate, like not everybody, around like 11% of people don't tolerate the statin. But anyway, when you get started on a statin, you always get started on a low dose. So we'll see whether you're tolerating. And if you're tolerating, we can measure your cholesterol level again to see how it impacted. Then we can slowly increase. If you're not tolerating, that's not the end of the world. So you can give it like a 3 to 4 weeks break and try a different statin. So you may tolerate the different one better. So these are the different things. And I would ask you to just kind of play with this calculator and know your risk and know your family's risk. And so if you have any questions, you can just post the questions. So I will be more happy to answer those questions. I wish you all, stay well, especially this time of COVID-19 pandemic crisis. Stay active. So one more thing. Sorry, I haven't really, completed the view advice. This is just the one part I showed you. Oops. Sorry about that. And so I would show you the view advice. So I'll minimize the LDL. And what should I do for the blood pressure? So you have the guidelines here. And so what should I do with my lifestyle recommendations? So if you press, the recommendations come here. So you just click one by one and to see what changes you have to make and to stay healthy. And wish you good luck. Thank you.